Hi everybody! Today I'm going to be modeling for you how you do a screencast of yourself to answer the questions for the My Big 3 assignment. First off, if an employer or graduate school interviewer asked me, "Tell me about yourself," I would say, well, I'm an outgoing person with a PhD in clinical psychology who's focused on nonverbal communication, scholarship of teaching and learning, and cultural adjustment for my research. I like to engage with my community and encourage and expect that my students will do the same so that they have well-rounded experiences that help them develop their careers. For the last 15 years, I have been studying cultural adjustment, teaching full-time at an institution that supports working class and first-generation students at a commuter campus, and balancing my teaching, research, and service load with an active life outside of work. I bring a lot of enthusiasm to my work. I am a go-getter and a program starter who's not afraid to try new things. For the second question, what are my strengths? I would say my biggest strength is that I love to learn and I'm continuing a path of lifelong learning. For example, am taking on online learning and learning how to develop a course for the first time in my career. I have started programs that help to raise awareness for a variety of issues such as the Syrian crisis, the heroin epidemic in our community, cultural adjustment for international students, and infant mortality. And I like to design both community programs and research efforts that are applied in nature and have a real-world impact. My strength is that I have a lot of energy and like to get a lot of things going, so I can guarantee an employer that I would be busy learning how to best serve that organization and developing programs that benefit the students, the community, and myself as an educator in the process. My biggest weakness. Because I like to be pretty busy, sometimes I might have a tendency to take on just a little too much. And so there are occasional times in my work career where I lose some sleep in order to make sure that I deliver on all the commitments I've made for things that I value. That said, I don't fail to deliver. I'll put in the extra time and work it takes to make sure that I'm doing high quality work or high impact service that's going to have maximum benefit. Another weakness that I have is that because I'm not afraid to try new things, sometimes I won't get it all right the first time around, and I may either make some steps where I have to adjust and try something better the second time, or to ask for help. But it's kind of like learning to dance by jumping in and getting your toes stepped on. I'm not afraid to get stepped on, and I'll figure it out so that it doesn't take me too long, so I'm not getting hurt anymore. So I would say that has led sometimes to me working out minor details about programs while they're in the process in order to refine them and make them better the next time around. If I'm going to make a mistake anywhere, it's because I tried something and didn't have it fully perfected, rather than I missed an opportunity because I hesitated. Thanks! So when you guys are working out your big 3, your answers might be a little bit longer. What I wanted to model in my demonstration today is that you don't want to go too long. The other thing is it's also really helpful within your answers to give specific examples of things that you've accomplished. If you say, I'm a program starter, give some examples. If you say, I'm a leader, give some examples. If you say, I'm a skilled communicator, your behavior and your demeanor should reflect that. So the key thing when you're answering these questions is to give specifics. You also, with highlighting your strengths, want to find ways to appear very confident in who you are, but without seeming too cocky or arrogant or over-speaking and overemphasizing things that you've done. So if you can give specific numbers or evidence of impact, not just I did a great program or we have lots of students in my organization, it tends to help. The key thing with the weaknesses question is to make sure that you are honest about your weaknesses Everybody has them. An employer will be skeptical if you say that you don't have any. However, you also don't want to look unassured or doubtful or highlight something that is a chronic flaw that you can never change. So when you mention a weakness, you might frame it in ways that it's given you challenges and then show how you've overcome those challenges. Or mention how a strength for you is also a weakness. My strength leads me to be good in these ways, and this is the challenges it brings about. So it shows that you are a person who is still working on yourself, willing to grow, and recognizes that we all have room for improvement. That humility, without seeming too self-deprecating, is something that employers tend to look favorably upon. You have to show weakness, but you don't want it to be a fatal flaw.